it's gonna be 2v2, 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 2v2. Thank you. We're playing Age of Knights. This is a game review. We're going to basically teach what's happening in here. I'm going, at the end of the video, where I'm going to rate this from 1 to 10. Jack and SC2. The AI will also, no, I'm just kidding. But Jack is, so we're just basically gonna play. Now, Age of Knights is basically, it's like Age of Empires. It's really fun. There's a lot of things.
Okay, but just to let you know, it's not.
Yes. Town defense. I wanted to try that, but no, yes. No, there's. I didn't know about this game mode thing. I don't understand, but unfortunately, there is 2 different things to understand about. I have not played the other one because we did not play public, but we are playing private right now for the game review. Now,
no one really ever plays it online.
Well, as you can see, you start off with 5 peasants and a mounted scout. You start your town hall is the command center, and your color is whatever, with a flag with little crowns and checker, whatever.
What? I don't. Where are you seeing this?
Now you'll start off with peasants. You just want to kind of train them. You'll get the more peasants you have, the less food you'll get. Now food is based off.
Oh gosh.
Food is where you get. The more people you have, the more food you need. When you run out of food, your units will be starving, and it'll show as a behavior. And so when they don't have health and they're starving, when they don't have food and they're starving, they begin to lose health, and that's a really neat feature, I thought. So you're gonna have to keep up with farms, and that's and units. The more units you have, the more farms you need, as well as housing. Now housing is supply depots. Basically, they give you supply and they also give you extra gold. Another neat feature, but that has a consequence which takes away more food. So you're gonna need to keep more farms than you have units and housing. Now, when you're building, you're gonna have lumber. You're gonna have 4 resources. Food. You're gonna have 5 resources. I didn't count supply. If you're not counting supply, then it's 4. There's gold, there's wood, there's iron, and there's food. Now, food is what I just explained. Gold is for units. So when you're having peasants around and stuff, if you're gonna need more, you're gonna need gold to get an army. Now, wood, lumber. They say lumber in this game. In the game, the little peasant guys. And when you're gonna need lumber to build not build units, to build housing. And any structure you're gonna need basically wood. That's the basic thing you'll need for any structure at all times. Now, iron is used for research, so it also is used for some buildings and some units, but it's mostly used for research. No research goes without iron, so you're going to need a lot of iron if you want to research that through. And now I'll explain all the buildings. Housing is, like I said, supply depots. The town hall is your command center. I'm doing this in Terran because I played Terran, of course, so I'm gonna explain this in Terran ways. It doesn't matter what race you play because you'll basically understand this. So now we got your storage, which is basically an expansion for you, so you don't have because you cannot build 2 town halls, no more than 1, and it's harder and it's a lot cheaper to build out there. It's a lot cheaper to expand. So that's pretty cool. And I am sorry, I'm not keeping my thoughts together, unfortunately, and so I'm just doing this off the top of my head. Now you're gonna, this will basically be your extra command center out there. So when you're going out far, you want to build it nearby your workers so they don't have to go very far to be able to collect it. So see, the town hall is closer to them, closer to the units than the storages, so they're going to the town hall. Well, this is all in Jack's, but on my screen I have units going. I have 1 unit going to the storage because it's closer, but they're slowly moving to the storage. Now you want to keep lots of units balanced out on these, and you're going to need to keep up on supply as well as food. Like I mentioned earlier, it is a very it's a very important thing to keep the food. If you have more housing than you have farms, you're gonna be in trouble because housing will bring you down a lot. So your food will need to be higher, a lot higher than housing.
Oh,
and the more units you have, yeah.
No, I'm kind of like, I'm not even kind of listening to what you're saying. I'm kind of focusing on the game, and I just realized as you said food that I am below on food.
Yeah. But then you have 2 now on the menu list. You have 2 buildings. You have economy buildings and military buildings. I did not explain the military, but the 4 buildings that produce the units are barracks, archery range, stables, and siege workshop. Now those are self-explanatory, but I am going to explain anyway. There is barracks, which produces melee units, archery and produces range, stables produces mounted, and then siege workshop produces siege engines. Now siege engines are basically catapults, rams, whatever you need to get inside a town and destroy a town faster. Now each has their own thing. Ranged and melee units go good against biological as well as stables, but the siege units do not. They go against buildings, and that is wonderful when you're raiding a town or destroying a town. So you'll need those, but you know, if you have enough bio units, then you won't need a siege unit. In fact, they are harder to make, so I do not use them. I don't particularly use them, but when I do, it's usually because I just want to end that game faster, and they're pretty simple to kill. They don't have any specialties. They just are pretty far range. So when your army is attacking, they'll be in the far back with your archers, but your archers will be just in front of them. So that's pretty good that they're far back. Now your melee units will of course tank that, and you'll want to have more melee units than you have ranged units, which will keep your ranged units safe if you know how you're using them. Now, as you can, if you look at, if Jack looks at my screen, you'll see that I am way far behind him because I'm trying to concentrate on explaining everything. Unfortunately, I cannot talk and do other things at the same time. I'm a multitasking person, so I am just totally failing at this. And you've seen that in my StarCraft videos before. Well, I only have one, but in my StarCraft videos, I do not do well because I am trying to talk. So, watchtowers basically increase your sight. I didn't mention the rest. Now, guard towers are basically shoot out arrows and protect your place. Castle is basically, I don't know what that does. It's just a castle, I guess. I'll read this aloud. Castle is an area control building strong against.
Okay, wait, where are castles?
They're in military. I am explaining military, sir. So, and we can get siege units who are out of range. So, siege units, if they have a castle, then you'll need siege units, unfortunately, because they take out anything except for siege units, because the siege units are way too far back for them to even hit, so they're going to be destroyed and crumbled. So when you have a castle, you want to protect it by anything at all. So those are what those are. I'm gonna continue. Now the castle gate and not castle gate, but there's a gate and wall. Wall goes with gate. Basically, walls block off. They can be destroyed easily. So you'll want guard towers behind that, but your wall basically blocks them off from coming near, and then you have gates. You'll have a gate to let out units. Unfortunately, siege units cannot fit through gates. I don't think so. I haven't tried that yet. I think I did once and it didn't fit. So they do not fit. But if you see that they do fit, then you can tell me and whatever. Oh wow, this is sad. Okay. Anyway. Oh God, I did not see that. But I'm going to be destroyed, as you can see, so I'm just going to pull everything back I possibly can. Highlight that, pull. I'm
sending my units over, don't worry.
But for now, as you can see, the AIs are actually pretty hard. They do not go easy, and they are massive when it comes to this. They are basically mediums, mediums with a kick. You cannot control how hard they are, so you're just going to have to fight against them and hope for the best. If you're new to this, you'll just want to kind of play with another player instead of playing as AI, because AIs are a bit harder than players. I'm going to throw the game instead.
Wait, wait, did you just lose?
Yeah, I just died, unfortunately. All my units are given to hostile, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, they are, Jack's going to prosper in this, but, your buildings stay there and do not do anything. Then once you're dead, the AI will totally ignore your buildings and just go on to the next target. They will go on to the next town hall and destroy whatever they possibly can. Now, if you have AI on your team, don't expect them to defend you, and in fact, they don't. The enemy AI will not just attack them whatsoever. They'll go for you and all the other players in the game. So if you see that they're not being attacked by the other AI, don't worry. It's not a glitch. It's not anything. They're going for the players first. They always go for the players first. Don't worry. Now, you can see that Jack has a whole bunch of units. He has a good amount of farms. He has a lot more farms than housing. He has 6 farms. He has a lot more farms. He has storages out there, so they don't have to go farther trips. And that is what you want to keep your economy going and boosted. You'll want your storage units right next to you. right next to their peasants instead of making them have long trips to the town hall. Even if they're right next to the town hall, we still want to build that to make it shorter and faster. Your Fletcher is inside. Your Fletcher and Blacksmith are inside the economy for some reason. I do not understand. They're used for research. I think they should be put inside the military section, but they are not, unfortunately. So they are going to be a bit confusing if you're playing for the first time. That's about all you need to know. Well, at least all the explanation. And that's now you're just gonna watch gameplay. It took me
Actually, you're gonna watch me get destroyed.
Yeah. Well, some other time, next episode, on my channel, we'll do a gameplay. I'm not gonna try and like talk and explain everything. I'm just going to actually play. And
actually, I could recover from this.
Well, my channel, you'll just see this anyway. You'll see it tomorrow. I'll upload a video of us playing together instead of reviewing it. So you won't see that. You won't see the fail. You'll actually see a full game and how it looks when you're upgrading stuff and all of the units. I'll zoom up on each one of them and show. So yeah, I am just watching right now. This is a very interesting game. Now your units, they you want to kind of you don't want to macro unless you have more units than your enemies. If your enemies are outnumbering you, you still can beat them depending on your numbers. But if you have if you don't have enough numbers, then you just kind of want to pull back. Don't ever fight them, even if it weakens them by a tiny bit. Oh, did I mention that the town hall has keep archers? They will just basically shoot arrows at your enemies, and they aren't very powerful. They have
okay. You know, I'm gonna end the video here because you can probably see how this is gonna end. Yeah, actually, I'll just show you how it ends.
Yeah, just show
there.
How it ends.
I quit.
Okay, that's how it ends.
Yeah.
Goodbye. So that
see ya.
I review. Wait, what? No, we didn't even do our roads yet.
Okay. Wait. You know what? Go ahead. Whatever you were
Okay.
gonna
So
say.
I am voting. I am going to say this is I would vote this game on 9 out of 10. They can make this game a bit better, but it's really good. I would suggest playing it. What about you, Jack?
I would say it's a 7. Honestly, they could make it a little. They could make it a little better by adding AI difficulties. But other than that, it's really good. Maybe kinda, fix where like the Fletcher and Blacksmith are. Other than that, it's a good game. They could also fix a little bit of stuff. But anyway, see ya guys.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Remember to like and subscribe and go check out Mr. Kingset.
Yep.
Bye.
Yeah.